EGM Network.
Honestly, without Treasure Coast Community Health, I think we'd be a much poorer community in terms of our health. We're always striving to fill the gap for everyone in the community, rich or poor.
And good afternoon. Welcome to Community Conversations. So glad that you're listening in this week by accident or design. I hope that by now you figured out that we're here every Saturday at 4:30 with different guests every week to have a conversation about what's going on in our community. The good, the exciting, sometimes not so good, but we always put a positive spin on it because that's kind of who we are. You can look at the negatives or you can continue to see opportunities. And so many of our guests, as in today, we have the school board superintendent. Sorry, you're not a board. The school superintendent, Dr. David Moore, and his strategic officer,
Kyra Schafte.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I said hello with the wrong name initially, so she knew I didn't want to do it twice. So, yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
So we're very excited because this is the June followed by July, still celebrating the third year that Indian River County is a straight A school district.
Absolutely.
How do you make that happen?
Well, it's better than just the A's. As I've said before, probably on your show, A should be an expectation for everybody in our community. We're celebrating a top 5 ranking. So we were 38th of 67. Now we are a top 5 district.
And setting the stage for the rest of the state to follow.
It's interesting you say that because that I feel is our obligation, really, to show the rest of the state, the nation, ultimately, what public education can do. And I think we need to kind of put the stake in the ground and be the example. Hey, when you go out and you do this really neat strategy called listening to parents and really understanding these are the kinds of schools, this is the kind of focus that our community is expecting, and we create that demand and then provide it, you create this synergy within the community for other counties to follow. So we're very excited about our academic outcomes. They continue to increase every single year. The state as a whole had a pretty good year, but we went from 9th to 5. So we're celebrating not only 3 consecutive A's, but ultimately being a top 5 school district in the state of Florida.
Well, I cannot tell you how pleasing that is because as an employer, you know, that's one of the first things that people ask is what's your school system like, particularly the younger ones that we hope to attract following their residency.
Well, we're going to make the decision extremely difficult. You know, every single school in this district is an A or a B. Matter of fact, we only have 3 B schools. Every other school is an A, and those Bs are very, very high achieving Bs, miss the A by a mark. So it's going to be a hard decision. We are a full choice district, meaning you can select any district in our community. And if
any school in your district.
Yep, any school. What did I say? Yeah.
You said any district.
Yeah,
but, I got it.
Names for you, saying things backwards for me. Any school in our district, and as long as there's space and availability, we would be happy to accept you in that particular school. So.
Well, I'm so pleased because we signed as a partner for the community-based school at Dodgertown several years ago. And it's a 20 or 25-year contract, so I've got a real vested interest in this on behalf of Treasure Coast. And they made A this year.
Dodgertown is an A. I think the first time going back to, I want to say 2012, maybe a little bit before or after that. And that's just what can be done. Very focused instruction, kind of wrapping our arms around the kids, making sure they have whatever they need to be successful, connecting with the community and parents. Dodgertown is and will be an A from this point moving forward.
And kudos to Principal Bagley. Okay?
Absolutely.
Because I know it is a full team effort, but every team needs a leader, and she has definitely proven that she's very capable.
Oh yeah, and it's turnaround work. You go in there and you have to establish a culture. You have to make sure you have the right people. And in some cases, you say, hey, this is the expectation. And you can hear my words and you could shake your head that you agree with it. But at the end of the day, you got to walk the walk. And she's done an absolutely outstanding job saying, well, you're not really walking the walk. You got to go. So she's done that.
She's doing the hard stuff.
Number of times. She's doing the hard stuff to benefit the children who are going to that school. So we're very excited about that school and continuing to fight the perception that I think existed for so long. It's no longer the reality.
It was reality for many years.
Yeah.
And so I have to say that Treasure Coast is over 30 years old. And for the first 10 years that I came in, all I heard about was the first 10. You know,
well,
the elephant has a long memory in this town.
That could be an entire episode. And when I came in, very, very, very similar. We can't do that. This is the way that it's been done.
No one will accept it.
Yeah. Well, and I said, then I won't be here very long. But this is the way it's got to be.
We have tenacity.
Exactly. To benefit kids and slowly but surely, things changed. I mean, and we've spoken about it before. For me, the pandemic was an awful experience, but at the same time, really leveraged the opportunity to bring about change for adults because everybody had to do things differently.
That's right.
Which helped. We just kept that the norm. We came out of the pandemic and they said, all right, well, let's look at how we're teaching this set of kids. Let's look at this program offering. Let's make change the norm. So we continue to make that a reality for us.
And for a couple of years after, I know that the concern was the kids and the parents are used to the kids being home because the pandemic was not just a 1 or 2 week event. And so, having butts in the seats was, that was the word of the day. Get your children out of homeschooling and back into regular public school. Yeah. And now the public school environment is changing as well. Do you have any concerns in terms of a mantra now for parents and or teachers?
So I think when you look at the facts, the reality, you need to examine everything. You're providing your son or daughter to a group of adults to provide quality education to prepare them for the rest of their lives. Our schools have a stamp of approval, all of them with the exception of 3. That stamp of approval is an A school, with the 3 B schools working their way to an A. At the end of every year, they're going to take an assessment, and assessments throughout the year that we are going to be held in comparison to every other school in the state of Florida. And it gives you that level of understanding. Hey, when I'm at this school, there are standards that are aligned across the state. We have very complex standards. And I know that my son or daughter is competing with, other kids across the state. In other schools, you're not going to receive that. You're going to get, they have an A in this class, but a lot of times you need to make sure that A is measured against what?
Right.
So it is a guarantee. It is a school system where school systems from across the state, the nation really, are coming in to say, hey, what's going on in Indian River County? Our rate of growth, 38 to 5th, I'm still adjusting to saying that and smile every time that I say it,
as you should,
is for districts that have over 10,000 kids.
Okay.
In the history of grading schools, that rate of growth has never happened before. To grow that fast and that high.
And yet there are, I'm sure, some cynics among our listening audience that will say, yeah, but they're just better at teaching against the tests, okay? Prepping the students for what's going to be on the tests as opposed to a general education.
Absolutely not our strategy. Understanding the content, but at the end of the day, this isn't rocket science. We're trying to provide an environment where kids look forward to coming to, and we bring instruction alive. So kids go home and they have, hey, this is what I learned today. So it isn't teaching to the test. There are districts who do that, and they come in to visit and say, hey, how are you doing it? Well, we're doing the exact opposite. We're providing an experience. We're providing a relationship. We're providing a space where kids feel really, really safe, where they're vulnerable enough and feel safe enough to ask the questions to really ultimately accelerate their learning. And one of our biggest investment has been in the ones who stand in front of the kids, our teachers, equipping them with the skills and the ability not only to provide that environment, but to provide quality instruction where kids feel embraced and supported.
And I don't want to say it's a novel concept because it isn't, but you have certainly made it come alive. And I know that you didn't just appear here without any experience. So how much of that did you gain through the years before you got to us?
So coming here for me was a drastic change. So I came from what is now the 3rd largest district in the nation. I was responsible for 102 schools. Coming into a school system that had 22 schools and another 5 that are chartered 27. So there's a rapid rate of learning and how you navigate and connect to what is
more networking than
more networking,
administrating from the
stronger
top down.
relationships, both inside the system as well as in the community. And people really in this community, and you know it well, they're going to evaluate you on not necessarily your words, on your actions
and your outcomes.
Outcomes for sure, but they're going to evaluate is he selling me something? Is he saying A, then doing B?
Absolutely.
To me, the work is just too important to say one thing, then do another. So, a lot of learning, but at the same time, just building strong relationships, connecting to the community.
Have really strong teams. So I'm going to turn it to you.
Oh yeah, here we go.
As a strategy person.
Right.
Oh darn. You know what? Before I get you started and then have to take a break, let's take a break now.
Okay.
And then we'll come back.
I'm so excited to hear from you.
You have a strong team. Let's hear from them.
I do.
So we'll be right back in a few minutes. Word from our sponsors. Don't leave. Treasure Coast Community Health in-house pharmacies have the lowest prices in Indian River County, even lower than big box pharmacies. Taking your medication as prescribed leads to better health. Affordable medicine makes it easier. Treasure Coast Community Health patients can pick up medicine as they leave the office or use free delivery and mail order services. Pharmacists are always available to answer questions. Switch to TCCH pharmacies. Save money, stay healthy. 772-257-8224 and ask about our price match.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock tariff-free coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats and chairs in the latest styles and colors from Tommy Bahama, Lexington, Hooker, Four Seasons, Braxton Color, and Capri. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have hundreds of styles of any patio furniture you need, including a gallery of American-made Telescope, Berlin Gardens, and Pollywood, all with no tariff ever. We specialize in fire pits, outdoor rugs, umbrellas, and replacement cushions. Right now, we're having a summer sale with lots of great markdowns and discounts on everything you need for your Florida home, including all pictures, lamps, and accessories half price. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Don't forget to visit our outlet store directly across the street, filled with lots of name brand closeouts and sale items. Come in now for our summer sale and visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
And welcome back to Community Conversations. If you're just joining us, my name is Vicki Soule. I'm the CEO of Treasure Coast Community Health. And each week, as part of my public service back to the community that gives us so much, we have guests come in to talk about what's going on in their professional worlds, their individual worlds, whatever it is, that might be interesting to others. In the days before we had all of the electronics, everybody saw and read and heard in a different fashion. But this medium has been a delight for both myself, our company, and our guests to share recent information. The only thing that I think might make it better is call-ins, but we only have half an hour. Okay. So that's the reason that we don't do it. But certainly if you have any opinions, any conversation that comes after these conversations, by all means, email me at vsoule@tcchinc.org because your input is welcome. As you just pointed out in the previous conversation, part of the school district success, Dr. Moore, is the fact that you're listening to parents and you are forming plans that involve their input. And you have a strong team, hence your strategy officer who's here. So I would love to hear, how did you dovetail into his vision?
Oh, his vision moves very quickly. So you better keep up.
Blink.
You better keep up fast. No, we have a really intentional pillar this year, connected by community. And we've been moving with that and driven by that purpose since December. Very few districts, I can't think of any actually, that you have parents asking for K-8 schools, and 6 months later, we're opening our first 6th grade school in 6th grade level in 4 schools that didn't exist.
So awesome.
That's how
he is a fast mover.
He's a very fast mover. So
they call me the Nike girl, but I tell you, I'd really struggle to keep up with him.
We survey our community, but it's more than compliance for us. We receive the responses and we act upon them. So that's a very fast initiative. And as of today, Tuesday, July 15th, we've launched an enhanced app, and we encourage that connectedness to continue. That's the world we live in right now, and the majority of our families have a mobile device in their pocket, and
Absolutely.
if we can't reach them where they're at, we're missing our opportunity. So
Absolutely.
the brand new My SDIRC app is available in the Apple Store and Google Play, and we encourage already.
Awesome.
I have it right here.
SDIRC.
So,
Well, we'll have our producer bring it up if he can. How's that?
All right.
Okay.
fantastic.
So those of you that are on Facebook, stay tuned. We're not going anywhere.
So, in the palms of your hand right now, you have everything you need for back to school. You have start time, school supply lists, lunch, signing up for lunch, transportation, and it just
That is marvelous.
it's amazing.
Now, if you just moved in, you mentioned earlier that the district is a school choice, so that regardless of where you landed for your residence, your child could go anywhere within the district that you wanted. Can they do that on the app? Probably not.
Absolutely. So right now you can review the homepage. It'll take you to our homepage. You will see live feeds that in real time. You will see school calendars. And then we encourage everyone to stay tuned because over Labor Day weekend, our website and school pages for district will launch as well. And a
it's gonna be
very
different.
streamlined, synthesized version of exactly what parents and community need.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I have to say your webpage was pretty busy.
Yes.
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 A lot of places to look and try to figure it out. That is wonderful.
Our motto is if it takes 3 clicks, it's too many. So we are revamping and making sure that if it's something community and family needs, our website isn't for us, it's for the community.
So have you sort of test piloted through other parents or teachers?
We've received feedback on the app. We just, like I said, we launched this morning.
This morning. Hot off
Very
the
exciting,
presses. Wow.
seeing a lot of traction with the comments. The functionality of it is really second to none. And we heard from our families. They are not, gone are the times where they're sitting at home printing a school supply list and taking it to the store with them. They have it right on their phone. They can take a screenshot of it, and it's all about convenience. And
it is, because parents are very, very busy
they
people.
are.
Whether they're a single parent, married, a grandparent, everybody's doing their very best. And as you say, it is all about the kids.
Yeah.
And so how do we get rid of the clutter that takes up our time for those things that could be streamlined?
Absolutely.
So kudos to you.
It's very exciting. As you said, our webpage was clunky to keep it
a little
nice.
bit.
So the typical implementation timeline is 6 months behind the scene, navigating from your old site to your new site. This will be the communication system as for phone calls, push messages. It is everything in one site, and we're doing it in about just over 3 months. So talk about moving quickly. So we're very excited to take on what is a humongous amount of work. But in the end of the day, as Dr. Schafte was saying, that parent goes on to that app, will be able to communicate, connect, engage with the teacher, engage with other parents. It is something we're very, very excited to. And at the end of the day, this is a service that we're providing.
So I want to go back to the 6th grade enhancement.
Yes.
That to me is very exciting. I have a 15-year-old, and so it wasn't that far back where we were in those. How old is he really? And what do we want him to hear and see and all of those things? So what would you say are the advantages for parents who might be on that cusp?
At least for our families, they opted into a 6th grade experience that looks like 5th grade. They want to have a close network of teachers. They adored the leader of each of those schools and enjoyed the continuation opportunity for those relationships that have been established for 6 years at that school. So is it for everyone? No. But overwhelmingly at the 4 schools that we're expanding, at least 90 to 93% of the families opted in.
Wow.
to stay.
That's a lot.
It's choice. And middle school is a great experience as well. Middle school replicates the high school. You have the 7 classes or
Right, you
7
start
classes you're
moving
going to go
around.
to.
Mhm.
You have a higher level of extracurricular activities and band and chorus and all those different experiences.
And for
So,
some kids, that's okay.
Yeah.
But for many, I'm finding that, as you say, they still want that cocoon of
yep.
safety
Mhm.
a little
And-
bit more. And if that helps them focus more on their education, why would we say no? But
And-
because we've always done it this way.
Exactly. And we
Yeah.
just wanted to force the debate at the house. But, mom, dad, and the family sitting with the son and daughter and saying, what's the best experience? What's the best option for you? And last year, they weren't able to have that discussion. So we're
Well,
excited to provide it.
I think that's wonderful. I'm just wondering if the next challenge will be the 9th graders that don't really want to go to the flick to be part of almost high school. But that's another conversation on another day.
We have promised the board, and I'll answer quickly. In October, we're bringing back a plan to our school board to address more secondary and more innovation. Around innovation, I think you're right. Our 2 high schools are on the larger size, and we probably lose students where that may be a little too intimidating or just something that's not appealing to them as a family. So we're looking at creating a smaller boutique type high school as a third
Interesting.
option for our community.
I like it.
More to
I
come.
like it a lot. Like I said, that child's only 15 yet, so
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
looking at this with more than interested eyes. So, other things you want to share in our last couple of minutes?
Sure. We are excited to launch what we're calling pillar events. Again, with that connected by community, we heard from families that schools would host things like muffins in the morning or a bike to school and walk breakfast or Cheers and Tears breakfast for your incoming kindergartner. And we felt like the experiences were varied and every family deserves to have that experience. So moving forward, we will have these district-wide events where if one elementary school is doing it, all of them are doing it. And we feel like the momentum of the community and parents coming together to support schools at that moment is immeasurable. And we look
Absolutely.
forward to doing many things like that in this
That's
upcoming
wonderful.
year.
So we can go on from our level and say, all right, it's going to be muffins in the morning. I need for employers, give your employees the morning off so they can go connect and engage with their son or daughter's teacher and not do it in isolation for one school, do it across the
the board.
community. Orientation are coming up later, the beginning of August, and we'll be pushing out saying, hey, I need every parent have the opportunity to go and connect and walk their son or daughter into their school, their second
Love
home
it.
for the upcoming school year. And we just want to leverage our voice from the district perspective to help schools build those connections and relationships with their parents.
It's funny how I feel like the 50s are coming back around again. Sorry. But you know, there
I don't know anything about that.
yeah, me either. Just what I've read in books.
Exactly.
But the reality is that the pendulum always swings, and somehow we do find a way in every aspect of our life to admire the middle ground. And,
Exactly.
And being able to help people accept the change for the benefits it provides through the school system. I want to be a part.
Yep.
So that's wonderful. I'm so glad that you guys were here today.
Absolutely.
I will have you back again at your convenience when you have something else momentous, which I know won't take very long.
Hey, we're working on number 1. We're working on number 1.
Okay.
That's our goal for this upcoming school year, to come back and say we're the top performing school district in the state of Florida.
And you got all of your teachers behind you.
Absolutely. We're
I know
ready
you've
to
got
go.
the principals, so that is wonderful.
Yep.
So thank you all for being with us today. I hope that you share this with your friends and family members. This is one of the things that makes our whole community very special. I know we always talk about Vero Beach on this show because we're located with our company in Vero Beach primarily, but I never forget the North County, the South County, or now with our opening coming at West in August, we will be there as well. So please share and know how valuable you are to all of us. And have a great evening. And thank you guys again.
Thank you.
Thank you.